Hey guys, if you want to become a better archer, better bow hunter, you've came to the right place. I'm Levi Morgan, this is Bow Life Boot Camp, and we're about to dive into everything archery. Hey everybody, welcome to a new episode of Bow Life Boot Camp. This episode is called Get a Grip, and it's just a single series episode. We're not going to do multiple weeks here. I'm going to go over some do's and don'ts with a grip in archery, and then kind of show you my go-to grip, how I set it up. I get this question a lot, so I'm going to try to go into detail on why I do what I do. The main thing with the grip to remember, just like almost anything else in archery, is it's all about repetition. And as long as you can repeat it and do it the same every time, there's really not a right and wrong way to grip a bow. There's obviously some things that makes it way easier to repeat, and that's what I'm going to show you right now. It's really hard to kind of tell somebody how to grip a bow. There's guys that shoot with a high wrist, a really low wrist, that point their hand straight out. And one of the things I want to make sure that you know above all else when it comes to grip, the main thing is everybody sees their lifeline running down their hand. The main thing you want to remember is to keep that grip from touching both sides of that lifeline, because that's really your two main muscles in your hand. It's what makes it easy to torque a bow and give you an inconsistent grip. So make sure you want to keep it on the thumb pad side of that lifeline, right there. When you're at full draw, that's how you want it to look, right there. That way, if you torque this side of the bow, it's not putting a lot of influence on the grip. If I have it over here, I can turn that grip all sorts of ways. As long as I keep it on that flat pad, it's really hard for me to torque that bow with the pad of my hand. One of the ways I like to teach people to do that is just do a thumbs up like that, turn it to 2 o'clock, pull your hand back, place it right on the grip. And it's really hard to get both pads on it that way. Another thing, I see a lot is guys with grips that are bulky, big shelves, that like to jam their hand up against that, and their thumb's got a lot of contact right here on the riser, or their first knuckles hitting the shelf here. When you have that kind of pressure and contact, it makes it very easy to put a little extra pressure with your thumb one time and a little extra pressure with your knuckle the next time, and give you that inconsistent grip. When it comes to grips, I'm a minimalist. I like the least amount of contact I can get on that grip and still shoot the best. I've tried a really high wrist, but I feel like there's so much influence with that muscle and that joint that I wasn't very consistent, but I felt like if I locked it all the way back and put it on that pad, that was the most consistent I could ever be. I also see a lot of guys that try to shoot with their hand straight out. The problem with that is you are intentionally adding muscle tension to that grip when you do that. That is not a relaxed position. You want this as relaxed as possible, and in return you're going to put the least amount of torque on your grip as possible. So try to stay relaxed. I used to stick this hand way out. Over time, as I started to relax my grip, I just let these fingers just gently touch the back of my grip. Now you don't want to squeeze, you don't want to add tension anywhere in your grip. You just want to let them lay. I've even seen people like Tim Gillingham put little dots on the back like that he can feel with his fingertips, just so he puts his fingers in the same place every time. So now I'm going to dive into a little bit of how I build my grips, what I'm looking for in a grip. And I kind of go back and forth still to this day, and I think that's okay. I've never been a big bulky grip guy. I don't shoot big giant grips. If that's what's comfortable to you and that's what you can repeat, that's fine. I go back and forth from like tennis racket tape to shooting off the Bear riser. I've shot the Engage grip from Mathews, but really what I'm liking right now are these new Engage side plates from Mathews. They're very sleek, inline. It's almost like shooting off the riser, but it's a little more comfortable. And they give me a very tiny little shelf here to let me know if my finger's getting too high, because I have a bad problem about this finger when I'm relaxing too much, just starting to get up there, my veins will hit it and get contact. So I like that little bit of a shelf. It's a very comfortable, but not a lot going on kind of grip, and that's what I like. So what I started doing was buying tread tape for like stairways, stuff like that, and just cutting little tiny strips that fit the back of my riser. Doesn't bulk up my grip anymore, still allows it to be really comfortable, but it gives me that friction and that surface I need to dig in. Wet, dry, clammy, nervous, doesn't matter. It's normally always the same, and that's what I need, is consistency. Archery is all about repeatability, all about consistency. That's what this has allowed me to do. Very slim line, very inline grip. These Engage side plates have been money for me. They work on all the 2019 and beyond bows, but that's really been my go-to this year, is that tread tape. Just enough to dig into my hand the same every time. I can feel it really well. And that's the main thing, guys. Just find a grip you can repeat. Make sure you keep it off the double pads on your hands. Don't put too much pressure up on your shelf. Find something that's comfortable and you can repeat every time, and it's gonna make you more consistent and help you out hunting, help you out competing, doesn't matter. We're outside shooting in the elements. You need something that you can repeat in rain, wind, hot weather, doesn't matter. So I hope that helps you out. Go out and give it a try. I think you'll like it.